Ground. Okay, that's always our focus here on Newsbreak Talk. We want to know, what does all of this mean for you on the ground? So we are going to be speaking to some independent candidates who are going to be joining us, and I'm going to start my conversation off today on the program by speaking to KwaZulu-Natal's only independent candidate contesting the election. Thank you so much, Mr. Mudli, for joining me onto the program today. We really welcome you onto Newsbreak Talk.
Yeah, thank you. It's TR Mudli here online. How are you?
Very well, thanks, Mr. Mudli. So congratulations on being on that IEC list for contesting the election. And I want to know from you, what's the feeling like, firstly, before we get into the nitty-gritties of things? That driving force now for you to contest these elections as an independent. What's that feeling?
Well, firstly, it's great to be part of history. It is historical. It's the first national general election that features independent candidates. That's number one, that is historical in that sense, and historical in the sense it's only about, I think there's 10 independents in the country, and I'm the only Indian independent on that list, and of course I'm the only independent in KZN. So that in itself is also historical, and quite proud to be a part of that history.
Yeah, no, amazing feat. And what does that do then for your campaign, obviously? And this is, I think, the point of this talk show today, is to get a sense of the mind frame of the independents and to get a sense of what they're going to do. What's your mind frame for this campaign?
Mine, just to be a bit more specific, mind frame with sense overall, or a specific agenda.
Your goals. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to bring to the political sphere?
Well, I think independence, whoever has signed up as an independent, brings their own mindset. And I think the most important thing for an independent is that you are not aligned to a party. You're not aligned to party politics. You're not aligned to toe a party mandate. So hence they have a bit more free reign. And a lot of independents maybe were coming in, especially like myself. When I say I'm not a seasoned politician, it's actually a good thing, because you don't come with baggage. You come with your own set of ideas, and you have your own mindset of what you want to do. And if you win a seat, it is quite powerful to be in that legislature or on the National Assembly, whatever it may be. Yeah. So you bring your own, you will have your own time to talk, you will have your own time to present, and you bring forth issues that maybe the other parties are not bringing forward.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about seats, because you mentioned that, and that's really the buzzword for me. I still have so much more calculations to do on, in terms of what it means to go about getting the seats. But before we come to that, Mr. Mudli, you said you're not a seasoned politician, right? But you've definitely been working in the community for a great number of years, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've been I think most people know me as Karo Charo. I'm the entertainer, artist. That was my brand, that was my stage name. And I've had a history of 15 to 20 years of being an activist on the ground, being an entertainer and an activist. So I'd like to differentiate between being a politician, because a politician has some negative connotations, or say many negative connotations attached to it. Whenever someone speaks of a politician, they think of not worthy, greed, corruption, don't do the work, so all the negative connotations. So I almost like to present myself, I want to be an activist in Parliament or in the legislature, and not necessarily a politician. So I do have a history of activism. I do have a history of what is on the ground, and I think that background and history all goes well for me in terms of what I want to achieve and what I want to see happening.
Yeah. And then how do you merge this sort of historical background of entertainment, like you said, then with the nitty-gritty legislative work that, a National Assembly or a Parliament or a provincial legislature brings with it?
Well, I think for now I've been very clear upfront with my followers and people who are my platform on this political journey. I'm clear to say that I'm not the silver bullet that's going to solve all the problems immediately. We first have to learn what goes on in the legislature, how the legislature operates. You have to learn all the policies, all the structures, the systems that are in place. So if you want to effect change, you have to do it through the system. And sometimes there are systems that exist, there are policies that exist that are not being implemented or not being implemented effectively or properly. So, for example, if you fix an issue with water or the electricity bill issue, we have to find out what does the legislation say, what are the systems in place, and why, if not, why is it not being followed through, why are certain things not happening. Then when you have all that knowledge, you'll be able to tackle the issues. So first, it's a lot about learning what goes on. As I said, I'm not a politician, so I've never sat in the legislature. So we have to figure out what does the legislature actually offer, what are the facilities, what avenues do I have to pursue to fix issues that I think need addressing, or to address issues.
Yeah. Just for you at home, I didn't say this at the beginning and I'll say it now. So if you are listening, you could send us your texts. I wouldn't be able to listen to your voice notes and, sift through it now, but just very quickly I could access your texts. If you are listening and a particular independent candidate is standing out for you and you'd like to ask them a question or, put something onto the agenda, please go ahead and send that text while they're on the line. I'm going to try and fit in as much as I can, so it's going to be quick and sharp and not too much of time with our independents. I've got 5 on the program that I'm trying to feature, so go ahead and send me your texts and your questions for specific independents that we'd need to talk about. But yes, back to that issue of seats, Mr. Murli. That's been the thing that I've been reporting on for the past 3 years, really. What does it mean for you? Are you disgruntled about that? Because the reality is that the argument really is that no matter how much of work you do, how much of success you get, how much of votes you get, chances are, if success goes your way, Mr. Murli, you're just going to get 1 seat.
Yeah, look, that is what it is. It's not my battle to fight that at the moment. I'm using whatever is available to me. So if I get a seat, it's my first step. It's my stepping stone. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to maximize on it. It's pointless me fighting about that. I know it's been a bone of contention for a while. There's been many people trying to fight that. But at the moment, to use a cliche line, it is what it is. We'll start with that. We'll take the first step. We'll take the first seat, and we'll go from there.
I think then just maybe as we wrap it up, like I say, trying to get in as much as we can,